Okay, Coach, football, of course, back in L.A. and back at StubHub Center in Carson, California. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Oakland Raiders and the Los Angeles Chargers. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll maybe get it back to the 25 here on the first play, but no more than that. No gain on the play there. Second down. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Allen now on 1st down. Man open left side. It's Williams. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Tyrell Williams, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Sturgis out now to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 22. Throwing now is Carr. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And out across midfield down to the 45. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
And let's face it, what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45.
Hey, 734.
Carr now on 1st down. Incomplete. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. Oh, what a catch there by Cooper. A Raider 1st down as Carr finds Cooper.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one hit.
Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Well, this wind is definitely going to be a factor as this game goes along. He's throwing straight into it here in the first quarter, and the ball fluttered on him a little bit. They'll definitely have to file that one away and make a mental note of it.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
On the return, it's Tate. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And that'll be incomplete. The tight end, Josh Hill, was the target. And it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Carr will try it again on 2nd down. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Blue 90! Blue 90! Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
So after the INT, it's Allen. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Allen going to try and throw on third down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And Sturgis able to knock it through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A very solid gain of 27.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
7:34.
Now a play fake here on first down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Trevor Williams there on the coverage.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Carr again. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Joey Bosa in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Now a handoff to Henry. Got some room at the 30. It's a big run there by Henry. Give him 42 yards on the ground. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the play.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
A 1st down carry for Henry. A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
All right, partner, despite my eating habits, I'm not big enough to play offensive tackle, nor am I quick enough. But with the defensive ends nowadays and their speed, those guys have to be able to punch and dance, and it's a tough, tough job to contain them.
Here's Allen to throw it. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down. And Sturgis able to knock it through. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game. Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
And Josh Hill has it. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Carr now on first down. Over the middle, complete to Tate. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
694. What's up?
Throwing on first down is Carr. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Down. You ready?
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, Amari Cooper, it's complete. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down.
Everyone go cheat. Ready? 6-18.
They'll go for it. It's Carr. The quick slant caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Carr keeps it on the sneak. And I don't think he got in. The big bodies up front held him at the 1. This Charger defense continuing to hold the line. Now it's a third and goal situation. Now this time Carr will throw. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Once earlier on this opening drive, but now comes a big test. Fourth and goal. Now Carr. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Martavis Bryant in the final seconds of the first half. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Likely time for one final snap as they start out first and 10. They go play action here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So we have reached, and we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Carr to throw on second down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On play action, it's Carr. Escaping the pressure right. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away and it's 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. Carr eluding the pressure right. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. The Raiders on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
6-18.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Zach Cunningham able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Allen now on 1st down. And it's incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. Running right through it. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now Allen. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Khalil Mack in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. Here's Drew Kaiser now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now it's Tate. A good return there, 17 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. And now here come the Raiders. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And they'll run it here. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
To throw, it's Carr. Well, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
That's on target, but it's no good. He had it online, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, he gets everything he could into this one. The trajectory's good. It's definitely online. They just need a little more oomph behind it. And it'll wind up falling just shy of the crossbar.
Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, here's Allen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Give him 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. From the gun, it's Allen. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He's to the 10, and he's in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. So Allen breaks the huddle, and his guys will go for 2 here. Here's Allen. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Raiders. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jackson. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Chargers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Odell Beckham, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Now Sturgis on to add the extra point. Sturgis for the extra point, and that will make this a 19-point game. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Trevor Williams with a pick. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. Intended that time for Cooper.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
A give to Henry. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
You got him. You got him. You got him. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Again, it's Henry. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
The Chargers on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Derrick Henry. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at the 20. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there. Carr to Cooper. And even 40 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Carr. Past the 20. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That goes as a gain of 36 on 3rd down.
Hey, 7:34.
From the gun, it's Carr. Oh, and it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
7:34. Down. 180.
Carr will try it again on 2nd down. And now here is another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. It's a big run that time by Henry. 64 yards. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Right back to him on 1st down. Down to the 25. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And the busy night for Henry continues. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much since.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Play action. Now it's Allen. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. Well, one of the few things that's gone right for them. Likely a little too late, but maybe a little feather in their cap.
I think so, and to me, they played that play without looking at the scoreboard, without worrying about where they were in the score, because things haven't gone right, as you noted, for them much of this game. But they gave great effort there and picked up a defense that's had its share of troubles in this one.
So now a chance for points in the opposite direction after the blocked field goal.
Single down. You're right, 8-8.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. From the gun, Carr. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. They've got another 1st down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. To throw is Carr. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Well, partner, even though my phone alarm failed me this morning and I missed our AM workout, we still made it through this thing together, didn't we?
Well, you always know I need extra workouts just to keep up with you, so it doesn't matter. But thanks for sharing a booth, and thanks for being our quarterback.
Yeah, you're the quarterback. Always a pleasure, my friend. So for the home team here, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Good night, everybody.